Welcome back. This is section 1. The title is Access, and this is specifically for self-count clients. So if you're a full service client, please watch the other version. So what do we mean by access? It's simply that we have access to the information we need in order to perform the task we've been hired for as a business. So this one's a quick section. So if you're a self-count client, the number one rule, the most important thing is that your invoices need to be scanned to Dropbox, and it's important that we have them in there by 12 p.m. noon, the business day before you count. So it's pretty straightforward. If you do your inventory on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's no problem. It's just the day before. If you have chosen to do your inventory on Monday and you need to have your ducks in a row before we will allow you to do your self-count inventory on a Monday, then you will need to scan your invoices into Dropbox by 12 p.m. noon on the Friday preceding the Monday. Why are we being annoying and requiring you to do this step ahead of time? Well, the reason is that the data entry portion where we account for what was delivered is one of the most time-consuming pieces of the process of completing an audit, and it's something that we can do ahead of time. What it means is that when you do your count the following day, if we've pre-entered all the invoices, you'll send your count to us, and we'll be able to turn that around and tell you what the funny looking items are in the variance report very quickly, meaning that where your mind is still in inventory mode the same day as you just counted, we'll be able to quickly turn that around and have you spot any errors before we have this delay and we kind of get into, oh, a day has passed and now that's been moved. So critically important, we need to have your invoices scanned by 12 noon, the business day before you count, and if you count on a Monday, that means the Friday before. So similarly, the day you actually do the counting, we need to have your counting tool, completed counting tool, submitted or saved to Dropbox with a notification by 12 p.m. noon, same time on the day you count. And why are we forcing you to do this, to submit counts to us, almost still in the morning? Well, the reason is, from the experience we have, we found that, okay, inventory is not exciting, it's not great, but if we do it well, it can become something that's useful. And typically doing it well means doing it without distractions and also being able to do the error checks on the same day. So the idea about returning the count to us by 12 p.m. noon is that then we will be able to turn around your variance report within 2 hours, typically by 2 p.m. And then on the same day as you count, in that little lull between your lunch and dinner rush, we can double check those items that are questionable, complete the variance report, and we'll be able to send you back the results, which will be accurate and check that same day without extra wasting of time the very same day. So the final piece is that we want you to be able to complete the variance report the same day by 4 p.m. So we recommend choosing your inventory day on a day that you work a full day shift. If you turn it around even faster, that's not an issue. But the point is that we want to complete your inventory audit in a single day. So what that means is that we need to have the invoices the day before, the counts in by midday, meaning that we can turn around the variance report by 2 p.m. And if we do that, it means that you'll have plenty of time that same day to check the counts, solve any issues, and we'll be done. We can draw a line under it and not worry about it until next time. So another part of the access is that the way that we exchange information between yourself and BarI is using Dropbox. We have a system in your shared Dropbox folder where we have numbered files, and each specific piece of information is stored in a particular folder. It's very simple and self-explanatory. Folder number 1 is called number 1 invoices, because that's the first step in the process, and you need to store your invoices in there. So in terms of correctly organized and synced, what we mean is that we would store our invoices, or we would scan our invoices and put them into that invoices folder. Pretty simple. And the synced piece is that we're exchanging using file sharing software. We currently use Dropbox. It means that when you save a file on your computer, it will automatically sync up with our computers the exact same file. But what that requires is that after you've performed the last task, that you save it, and also that you allow it enough time with your computer connected to the internet where it can sync up to the cloud, so in turn then it will sync down to our computers. So that's another important part of access, is to have things in the right place, save them, and to allow enough time for Dropbox to sync up. And then the final piece is there's basically 3 steps to completing a BarI audit. First, you have to scan your invoices. Second, you have to perform the count. And then third, you complete the variance report. So after each of those 3 discrete stages, we request that you please notify us and there's two options for how you notify us that you've completed that stage. Either you can send an email to SC, short for self-count, at bari.com, or send a text to 303-219-0196. Why are we annoying and require this rather than sending them to the personal email or telephone number of the person that's completing your audit? Well, behind the scenes, we will send out notifications to whoever's working that day, and if you send them to these centralized locations, it will mean that everybody who's working that day will have access to them, and we will do our very best to provide you the fastest and best service we can. And it's important that you do that, allow us to do our job best. So that's about it. Invoices by 12 noon, counts by 12 noon the day you count. Counter is available to do the variance report the same day. You correctly save your files into the right subfolders. You allow it time to sync. And after you complete each of the 3 stages, you either send a quick one-line email, hey, I'm done with my invoices, or a quick text to either selfcount@bari.com or our 303-219-0196 number. Again, thanks for watching. Next up, we'll be talking about invoices.